Hey, it's Mark here at Cedar Falls Farm. It's a Sunday afternoon here on the farm. I'm trying not to do too much today, take a little bit of rest, but I've got to do some work on equipment. I'm going to start by fixing the brush cutter that I broke yesterday when I hit a mound of dirt. So let's get started on this. Shouldn't take but a few minutes. By the way, I keep the hardware available, as I was telling you yesterday in that video. So let's take a look, see if we can get this thing fixed pretty quickly. Didn't look like my luck held out yesterday. Always set up on the old, what used to be a horse farm. And this dark colored stuff gets a little warm out here in the sun. Close. And I like to put a second nut on as a jam nut, just in case. There we go, repaired. Okay, I did do a little bit of cutting earlier along the fence line. I won't show that for now. This video will focus primarily on getting stuff repaired. I've got way too much stuff broke out here. I need to fix the shaft on that, rebuild the gearbox again. I've got to get this tire off, get this out of the garage. I will load that in back of my mini truck and pull it in and use the mini truck as a platform. So that's the next project today. We'll pick up here in a little bit. Hey, it's Mark here at Cedar Falls Farm. A little more work to do. I'm going to try to repair this tire on the New Holland Ford 1715. It's got a gouge in it in the sidewall on the back side. I'm going to see if I can put a patch in it on the inside. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. I'm going to have to buy a tube. Tube's $40-something, and that's still a lot cheaper than buying a several $100 tire. So let's get started on this thing, see what we can do with it. Okay, tire's about to come off, I hope. That wasn't too bad. Okay, this is where we're at with this thing. Okay, back before we were so rudely interrupted by a spam call. Here's the damage we have. It's where a post gouged a hole in it. Looks like there's some over here too, maybe not quite as bad. So I'm going to try to get this thing off the bead. It's not going to be fun. I will probably set that up on time warp. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm missing some tire tools. Only person to blame would be myself, I guess. Wow. Oh, jeez. Herein lies our problem. It's an inner tube with a busted valve. I thought it was where it gouged the side of the tire, but it's not. So I think I will take this to tire place tomorrow and get it replaced. I'm not gonna mess with it. Whew. Too much of a problem. Wow. All right. Another problem solved. Do what you can on the farm, and what you can't, you farm out. Okay, here is our problem. We've got a busted valve stem on an inner tube, and I really didn't want to mess with that anymore. So I took my tire over to Piedmont Tire, let them put a tube in it. 80 bucks later, here we are. So let's get this thing put on here. Just a little bit of lube. As I always like to say, here's the fun part, and by the fun part, I do not mean fun. Let's see if we can come up just a wee bit. Maybe. There we go. All right, one more to go. I'll tighten these up real quick. And I'm going to be using the impact because I'm the one that will be taking it back off again probably. Stagger. overdo it. There we are. That's all there was to it. The tires remounted. It's good. No damage on the inside. We had some damage on the outside on the sidewall, on the inside side of the tire. But we're good to go now, so I can put this tractor back in service. I did notice the starting was a little bit weak last time. Probably the battery might need a little bit of a charge on it. They don't get used often. Sometimes tractor will sit a month or two, and it probably just needs a little assistance on it. I do need to check, make sure. I put a new starter on a while back. I put a new battery, but I need to make sure that I'm getting a good charge out of the alternator on it. Okay, that's it for this section. We'll be going to something else to repair here shortly. Hey, it's Mark here at Cedar Falls Farm. This next project I'm working on is welding up the bucket and trying to get it to where it at least lasts a little bit longer. I'm gonna have to buy a new bucket, I know that, but I'm trying to stretch this one as long as I can. It's been welded and broke multiple times. There's a lot of broken sections, bent up sections, and a hole split down here. This is split. The quick connects are broke, but I'm gonna try to heat and bend those back into place before I start doing any welding on it. And if I can get that done successfully, then perhaps I'll be able to use this for a little bit longer before it probably goes to a scrap yard. So we'll get started here in just a moment. Okay, it's Mark. I'm back from a meeting at our county square with the legislative delegation, the finance committee, trying to get a little money for some highway improvements in our fire district. So fire chief presented that, went well. I'm ready to get back doing some welding here. So I'm going to put you back on time warp, and we'll kind of speed through this. Hang in there. Okay, one last project for the night. I'm gonna have to insert this one because I was recording and said I was done. But as I was putting up my welder and everything, I discovered a pinched cord. That's my negative, my ground. So I'm gonna have to repair this, and it's really a simple repair. I have everything right handy I should be able to fix this with. So let's try to knock this out really quickly here. Let's see if I can't get this all here on the table. Takes a 1/2 inch wrench. Disconnect this lead. I have some shrink tubing. Hopefully I've got a decent size here that will slide on. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Come on, baby. I want it kind of tight going on. I might have to step up one size. Yeah. It's bigger than I want to go. Might work. We'll give it a try. We will give this a try. Here we go. Coming up. Right here. Let's see what we can do about this. Have a heat gun here. I'm going to try to see if I can get this to draw up. There we go, all mended. Well, with the exception of putting the lead back on. That will go really quickly, I think. Here's the end. That is very hot. Come back through here. There we go, done. That's back together. This is all mended, we're good to go. Now, that is truly it from Cedar Falls Farm. There will be an ending here coming up in a second on the welding job. Thanks. Okay, I think this will do it for this series. I've got more stuff to repair, but I'm going to end up getting long in two diverse subjects on here. So I'm stopping on the bucket repairs. There's some nasty welds, but this thing, man, it has been, it's been used and abused, welded, re-welded, reinforced, broken. I mean, it's clear. That's upside down, but it says light duty use. You know, durability for most loading and moving jobs. I've pushed down trees, I've dug ditches, I've dug pits, I've done everything with this. So I can't complain about it breaking like it has, but I'm gonna get a heavy duty bucket here in a few months and should be able to do pretty much whatever I want to do with this thing. So that's gonna be it for tonight. Please give us smash that like button, and if you would, please subscribe, share. Yeah, we're getting close. I'm trying to get the 500 subscribers. I already have enough hours to be monetized but I need 1,000 subscribers for that. I'm just hoping one day we'll get there and, you know, can maybe not go broke farming. But that's it for tonight from Cedar Falls Farm. Take care, everybody.